Okay, so I've been playing this new game called Brawlhalla lately, and it's a very fun game. I honestly recommend you guys to try it. It is a game that is kind of like Mortal Kombat and Super Smash Bros. Combined. Well, Super Smash Bros. Really, but it has the combo connection and stringing of Mortal Kombat and stuff like Injustice and all that. So you kind of have to learn your combos in this game. They're very cruel to learn, and there's gonna be things like that that's gonna screw you up if you do not know them. So a good hero that I recommend, um, well, I don't recommend a starter hero. There's no such thing as a starter legend in this game. It's on a weekly rotation of free. So yeah, but there's a hero I got. Her name's Hattori. This is the Kitsu skin for her. She's a good hero. She's a really good hero that has really deadly chaining and stringing combos that can juggle and deal an immense amount of damage, even though she doesn't have that much. If you don't know, the damage numbers in this game will show you that if you string your combos, you'll do more damage. So the sword, the one I'm holding here, is going to be the hardest one to master. I still not even master. These are some beginner combos here, but they're combos that are fairly deadly in a situation where you can juggle your enemies. And the sword kind of grants her the mobility and a little bit of juggling. But the spear, on the other hand, that is going to be the juggle master of the game. And if you can juggle correctly, you're pretty much in for a good treat, and you're in for a win if you can juggle properly, even with the sword. Another thing is, I'll show you guys some air combat. The sword is a lot better at air combat than the spear is, but yeah, so if you get like an enemy to an edge and they're trying to jump up and stuff like that, you can easily kind of like slam down on them, kind of juggle up like that, and I just died. So So we're not focusing on the spear right now, we're going to be focusing on the sword. So the sword is a faster attacking weapon that kind of grants her mobility and quick multi-slashes. You can also dash on the floor with L2 or R2, which will allow you to kind of, if you're facing an enemy and you move backwards, you'll perform a dodge, and if you move forward, you'll perform consecutive dashes towards your target. And these dashes are something that you can also do this in midair, which is kind of like a block. And if you stay still, you do a dodge in midair, or you do a dodge that will to any basic attack. If you pull a successful dodge, you can dodge an attack. It's all that, but we're not focusing on that. So one ability that that's not relevant to a lot of these combos is this one, which is up on the analog stick, or you stay still, either one. But up on the analog stick doesn't really reward you with anything special. Next is that's a quick dash. You can kind of combine that with the first dash into this one, and yeah. So a perfect combo for mobility is going to be dash, and then with a sword, if you move forward and press square, you'll do a lunge. With a lunge that just completely just marks enemies in their path. Let me show you. It's a multi-hit, so if you get really close to them, you can do a you might be able to multi-hit them. But this right here is more of a multi-hit right here. But I think you can only strike, yeah, so there you go. Hits 3 damage, total damage 15.46. The more combos you string, the more damage you'll be able to do. So that right there, I believe, does a total amount of damage. But you can do something like this. The reason why the sword isn't that good is it doesn't have those stringing combos to it. But if you can chain them together well, which is hard, you'll be able to easily get it. So a perfect mobility combo is to dash, lunge. So dash, lunge, and do that. Now it's going to take you a good amount of distance, but if you add a dash in between it, so if we were to just do this, you're not going to make as much distance. So we're going to make it here. Now if we add dashes in between them, so dashes before the lunge, after the lunge, and then after that, you're easily guaranteed a lot more distance. Let me show you. And you can kind of keep dashing after, and you're gonna see that there's a lot of distance that you can cover by just adding dashes in there. And as long as you can chain these combos together, you can easily get to your target. Okay, so now into some actual lethal combos with the sword. The sword is, like I said, not too good. I don't like it as much, but it has that dash combo for a quick and easy strike. If you go down on the analog stick, you'll perform a rollback and a dash forward, which means you're gaining no distance at all from this. This is more just to kind of trick your enemy, and it does send them flying at red health. Even at orange health, it sends them flying. So yeah. So some actual lethal combos that I would recommend is a lunge. Now if you press down on the analog stick and press square, you're going to do a floor sweep, which is a multi-strike that does around 10 damage. So 4 damage on the initial strike. You have to be super close for this. And then a dash to the enemy, and then a lunge attack. You don't even need to lunge attack. Now you can reverse him, which is what I usually do. And then do, while moving, press triangle, you can initiate the red dash, which is what I want to call it, the red dash. And this one does some pretty serious damage. And then after the red dash, if you can somehow lunge after and hit another lunge attack, then you'll be able to deal an immense amount of damage. Now if you want to knock the guy out of the map, I honestly recommend that combo right there. That combo is the best for knocking people. So let me show you again the combo here. And then you can kind of keep repeating the combo. Now if you can get them to the edge, then maybe this strike will be eligible. They're going to try to jump, and if you can just cancel it out right there with that attack. And this is by pressing up, but you see you can't hit anyone, sadly. So yeah, let's try this combo again. And as you can see, some pretty serious knockback and a stun. That is going to be your highest damaging combo in the game. Or for, not the game, but for Hattori. Now, at red health, you're going to get people knocked back more, which is what these dashes are for. And at red health, you're going to see that flings an enemy. Now, our next attack is a simple, quick easy succession of damage. Now as you can see, if you use that dash, like I said, you make no distance whatsoever, so you're not going to be able to pull it off just by doing this. But if you pull it off doing it like this, which this combo really only works during like white health and stuff like that, then you can easily pull off a good amount of damage, and this is your highest damaging quick combo. So let me show you here. No, that's not it, but and then you can kind of keep juggling the enemy. If they're not, if they're smart, they will completely ignore you. But yeah. Now, if you want, you do not have to at all use the ground multi-strike, but the ground multi-strike will allow you, it doesn't really CC enemies that far, which allows you to use the red dash. And then after the red dash, you can kind of keep on dashing and keep lunging across the map. So that's the two lethal combos. So let me show you them again. So what you're going to do is you're going to go for the quick damage. You're going to go basic strike, then lunge. But most of the time they're going to be knocked back. So it's quick strike. It can be quick strike, it can be lunge, but the lunge knocks him back. It can be quick strike, dash. And then, so quick strike, dash, and then down triangle. So that combo is simply just extremely deadly in all scenarios. And when they're trying to, jump up on, if you get them to double jump, you can just easily kind of do that, but okay. So yeah, as you can see there, that's what that move is for, and it just completely wrecks. Now for air combat, I'm not the best at this, but I know that the sword is the best when it comes to air combat with the in this game. The sword is a really good air combat weapon if you know how to use it right, and you get the hitboxes down. If you do not get the hitboxes down, I'm sorry, but you're not. So we're gonna try to knock this guy back here. We're gonna knock it back off the edge. Or to initiate an air combat fight, you can kind of to initiate an air combat fight, you want to make sure they're around yellow health, because this white health will not suffice at all when it comes to this. But when they're at white health, you can use this, the combo I just did there, to kind of chip some health off, and this does an immense amount of damage. But when they're at red health, you're gonna see that they're, that they can be juggled in midair, and the sword has some pretty decent juggling to it. So we'll show you it again. If you can get it right. And yeah, if you can just keep juggling with Hattori with that combo right there, which is really just two juggles, and then you can just do some basic slashes, and when they're coming back down to the ground, just nope, and just keep them stunned. And yeah. So if you get the right angle, you'll be able to do that combo right there. So at orange health, you can just, oh boy, at orange health, you can still knock them off the map with that combo. But you never really want to initiate air fights whenever you're playing, whenever they're at white health. You only really want to initiate air combats when they're at orange health. And even at orange health, it's still not, I still don't advise you to do any air combats with Hattori. And I'm still trying to practice my air combat. But that's pretty much that's pretty much that. Now for the spear. The spear is my personal favorite weapon. Even before I learned how to use the combos, the spear is just deadly in every way possible. And that's because it's very mobile, and it does a lot of damage. It's very mobile, very territorial, and it deals an immense amount of damage, and it has a lot of juggling. Where you can juggle a lot with it. So here, let me show you a quick juggling combo, and then I'll try to explain it. Let's see if I can do it. Well, I kind of failed right there, but let's try it again. That's not the juggling combo. And that's not the juggling combo. But when they're off the edge, you can kind of do it like that. Now at red health, you're going to see that this combo wrecks at the third strike. let me show you. And this kind of combo dominates on maps like this, for instance. Let me show you. No, I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. So at red health, you're gonna knock them back with a basic attack. Now, if you go forward and press square, you're gonna do a double strike. That in the second strike knocks them back. If you stand still, you do a bunch of multi-striking pokes. Now you have to be at the perfect range for this, but it does 15 damage, and it's a quick 15 damage, so it's fairly effective. Now that is a quick. That's quick damage. If you move forward and press triangle, you're gonna do a quick heavy attack, and that's what I really like about Hattori, is that she's very mobile with her heavy attacks. So. Oh yeah, whenever you see the spear, you want to keep that spear because the spear is so nice, so nice. Can you move, please? Move, please. Thank you. Okay, so how to do the combo is basically you want to go forward after they fuck. I'm trying to remember it. So whenever they're in the air, you want to go down. Now on these thin ledges, you want to watch out and do not go down. You just want to tap it. You'll go down, press square, and you'll do this kind of like poke thing that just flings you up in the air. And if you do hit them, you do like 3 strikes that equal up to like about 8 damage. It's not that much, but then you pull off this combo right here, which is just up on the analog stick or standing still while pressing triangle. And I think you can already kind of tell where this is going. It's going to fling them up in the air, and then when they're coming back down, press it down on the left analog stick and press triangle to completely initiate this. And if you have enough room, you can dash to them and move forward and press triangle. Very simple. Very, very simple, and it's very good. So let me show you it again. And you can juggle them for like a good second or two, and that's insane because when you're getting juggled, you cannot do a thing. Now that's a quick combo for quick damage, but I don't recommend it because when you're doing this, you charge up, which means you won't be able to, yeah. But when they're at orange health to yellow health, you'll be able to actually charge this ability up and do more damage with it. So let me show you. And you'll do a little bit more damage, or you can charge this up and kind of. I don't want to do that. I keep pressing triangle, and that's the mistake I'm gonna make. Yep. See, I keep pressing triangle. Even though it's very deadly, it's still annoying to do. And you'll be able to do a quick succession of damage, and if they're low on health or defense, you'll be able to get them down to easily red. Now, a quick damage strike will be something like this. Something like this. And it flings them off the map. So, to do that, you stand still or press up, dash toward the enemy, and then while moving forward, press triangle, and you'll do that quick heavy attack. Now, her air combat is not the best, I'm going to be honest. So we're going to quickly fling this guy off the map. And her air combat with her spear is not the best, really. So whenever they fling you up in the air, you really just want to do that and come crashing down. It does pretty decent damage, but I honestly don't recommend it at all. And it's only there to get enemies out of your path so you can like secure a high ground or something. But that just quickly bounces off them, so I didn't want to do that, but so you can kind of go down whenever that happens, kind of juggle them with the helicopter, And when it comes to air combat with the spear, because I know this, I've played Mirage before, and the spear is his best air combat. You kind of want to stay neutral, and the air combat on the spear isn't even that good to begin with. But what I can honestly recommend you to do is kind of just abuse. I didn't want that. Burn. But to kind of abuse the AoE attacks. The AoE attacks multi-hit for quick, easy damage. Hits 8. That's 8 hits in that multi-hit. So if I were to flunk, okay. So yeah, as you can see, Hattori is extremely powerful. And we'll show you her deadliest combo, like I said. So move forward, go down, do that, and quick damage. And then to finish it off, fling her out of the map and get that quick kill. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and possibly subscribe and make my day. Peace out.